So let's get into it. For the final time, this video here is my 11/28 Madden 24 updated All Madden gameplay slider set video. I posted these settings on Thanksgiving. I also posted them yesterday. They were removed because some necessary changes were needed to get the gameplay to the highest level of perfection. And that is exactly where I have it. These settings and these sliders will give you the best gameplay experience within Madden 24 using this difficulty that you will ever have in your entire existence. This is the most grueling, most unforgiving, realistic, and authentic, yet satisfying gameplay sliders and settings, period. So let's get into it. Of course, you want to have the skill level at All Madden. That is the highest level of gameplay within this game, without any doubts. These sliders and settings are not for the pro players, the all pro players. It is crunch time. Game style, of course, simulation. This is not for mud, this is for sim. 15-minute quarters, you can set this to whatever you want to. Just make sure you're comfortable playing at whatever level you want, whatever time you want to play at. It will not take away from the gameplay. 12-second runoff, that is ideal to give you the minimum amount of time to execute after calling your play. Put some urgency and motivation behind you. Passing mechanics, I recommend to keep it on classic, but if you do change it, make sure that you're comfortable using whichever style you're going to use. Either way, it is not going to take away from the gameplay. Gameplay helpers, I recommend to keep all of these on. Many of you are going to need these on because where I have the gameplay at right now, the CPU will not be bullshitting you. They will be playing just as smart as you, just as slime as you, just as hard as you, but fairly. Injuries at 19, you will see realistic injuries all throughout the game. No player on the field will be without a possibility of an injury taking place to him. It could be the star player, mid-tier player, or a low-tier player. It does not matter. Fatigue at 63, this is ideal. You will have long drives with these sliders and settings. Long, methodical, and strategic gameplay is necessary with this style of play. So you will see your players tiring out, not just near the end zone, but also by the 50-yard line, the 40-yard line, linebackers, quarterbacks, running backs, linemen, defensive linemen, and your players will get subbed out. It may not happen as much as you may expect it, but it is going to happen, and it is very refreshing to see. Player speed parity at 66, this is ideal. It allows newbies or any player coming in to go from one difficulty to another. So if you start off at pro, my pro set, you can jump to the all pro set. From the all pro set to the all Madden set, and still keep the same gameplay atmosphere and speed. The players will move realistically based on their size and their ratings. Penalties. You will see at least 5 to 10 penalties a game. Easily. Very refreshing to see these happen. It will take place. Do know, if you do change any of these penalty sliders, it is going to more than likely negatively affect the gameplay. So if you change them, do so at your own risk. Where I have the gameplay at now, it is ideal. I don't recommend changing any of these settings here, but if you do change it, be mindful. There may be some changes to your gameplay as well. Player skill. What you see on the screen, lock them in. Don't let these numbers fool you. I don't make sliders and settings based off of random guesses and numbers. Just like if you went into a restaurant and you wanted a meal made from scratch, well, These sliders and settings have been made no differently. They've been tailored, made for the highest level of Madden 24 gameplay. Realistically though, every aspect of the gameplay will be accurate to what you see and experience in real life. From the pass defense, to the rushing, to the passing, it is all in there. If it's in the game, I help put it in the game. CPU skill. What you see on the screen, lock them in. Again, don't let these numbers fool you. This is not a guessing game. These sliders and settings is like a Rubik's Cube. Every block has to be secured properly in order to get the colors lined up. Well, it's no different with Madden. Once I hit the pinnacle and I know that I have the most perfect standard, that's when I'm comfortable with releasing my product. So again, what you see on the screen, lock them in. Visual feedback. You can set this to however you want to. I recommend what's on the screen, but if you do change any of these settings, it is not going to detract from the overall gameplay. Volume control. Make sure you have your PS5 in 3D audio, which you can do in settings. The combination of 3D audio and these settings will give you the best sounding experience while using my sliders and settings. The feeling and the sensation will be phenomenal. You will be engaged. You will be locked in like none other. Of course, you want to turn the music up to 100. I have it down to avoid copyright issues. Last but not least, make sure you got your PS5 in performance mode. You can play with my sliders and settings in graphic mode, but for the ultimate experience, you want to put the PS5 in performance mode. Make sure you also have Madden in performance mode. Whether you play with it in performance mode or quality mode, either way, you're still going to get a grand experience. Or for the best experience, the smoothest experience, put the PS5 in performance mode, put Madden in performance mode. Last but not least, hit the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, share my content. If you don't want to do that, I promise you watch this video, you put these sliders and settings in, you're about to have the best experience of your life with this game, hands down. I'm going.